Hello everyone. This video is going to be about how I made many 500 plus PDPS bows and am also profiting by crafting these bows. I think I started out with 10 divines or so. Now I have 20. I have let's see. Manage my shop. I have this bow selling for 5, this for 4, this one for 28. It is a 400 PDPS double extra arrow. And then I have this one. I have it listed for 90. I plan to whittle it. I'll get more into that on how I decide which ones I want to whittle. But this is a 566 PDPS bow. This one is a 520 with plus 4. So there's just some proof of concept. I also just logged on and sold the bow for 19 divines or something like that. So clearly it's working. I also did all of this, like I started all these bows on stream. So if you look in my VOD, you'd be able to see proof of concept that I did actually start at these numbers and I'm not making anything up. But I'm going to explain how I do it, the reason why it's such positive EV. Like you're expected to make money no matter what on a big enough time frame. All right, I've prepared 18 of these Gemini bows. That's, of course, the crafting base of choice. And then we have our perfect orb of transmutations and our perfect orbs of augmentation. In the meanwhile, while I was setting this up, one of the bows that I showed sold. So there's proof that these are selling. And the first step is just alting and auging. I do it no matter what. No matter what the first one hits, I always hit the second one too. They're pretty cheap. It's like 5x to do this in total. So why not just take the gamble? Let's go through it. You see, this is leeches is bad, but it rolled a T2 fire damage, which isn't terrible. Dex is whatever. Accuracy, it's bad. Good lightning. Hybrid Fizz T2. Hybrid Fizz T2. Hybrid Frizz T2 and plus 4. So when you have this, you can have the option to just try and sell the base, because obviously this is a pretty good base. But I don't normally do that. But it is an option. I just don't know if anybody actually buys it. We'll speed through this a little. Okay, so I didn't actually get too lucky this time around. This was my best one was probably this one. So I'll put this to the side and we'll think about that later. Now the next step will be deciding which essences to use. Actually, I'm not going to put this to the side. I'll craft on it. Maybe we get lucky for the video. There's haste essence, which is actually really good. The greater haste essence is super cheap. It's like 3-4C, or X, sorry. It's 3X, and it's better attack speed than T1 attack speed can roll. So this is automatically good. The thing is, if you get like super high percentage fizz damage, like let's say this wasn't hybrid and this was flat, I go for the lat fizz damage. Sorry, my brain's blanking. I'm trying to think of the words. I go for the flat fizz damage. I honestly still might go for the flat fizz damage in these cases if it's rolled the hybrid. If it rolls an elemental damage, though, normally I go for the attack speed one. So I'm just going to tally up how many of each essences I need, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so I got the essences. Obviously did not take fast because thankfully we have new QOLs like Faustus or whatever it's called in POE 2. So the bows I'm going to decide to use the flat fizz essence on are the hybrids. I should put them all to the top. So, and this one because it already has attack speed, obviously. So let me see. This hybrid. This hybrid. Do I get any other hybrids? And then I don't know. For some reason I bought 6. All right, we'll just use it on this one. And then the other... Ooh, the other 12... Oh, no, no. These 6. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I keep thinking the stash tab is 5 spaces. So, those 6 are going to be using greater essence of abrasion it is, right? Yeah, abrasion. Okay, so let's go. And then the rest will use greater essence of haste. So let's go through the bows. This one is not really... I need some exalted orbs real quick. Oh. Let's see if this bow sells. Meanwhile, I will grab some exalted orbs.
I'll post it right away.
Okay. You just DM me for fun, I guess. It's alright. Let's see. So, if the bow rolls bad, I just use the exalted orbs. It kind of depends on, well, like, what spot in the game you're at. Exalted orbs do not really mean too much to me, so I'm willing to spend them to try and get a chance at a good bow. If they mean a lot to you, I don't recommend doing that. Okay, so like this bow is already 300 DPS, and then bow attacks fire an additional arrow. It's already like 30 chaos, and we spent what, 5 chaos on the base. The essence was 3 chaos, and then we spent 3x, and that's without runes. So let's put in what's the most DPS, Fizz rune or lightning rune. Let's do Fizz rune, and let's do 330. So like 60 chaos right there for I don't know what I invested, 10 chaos, and this is terrible. It didn't really hit anything. It just rolled. So again, we move on. That is actually like horrendous. This is a 250. How much is like a how much does a 250 sell for? Let's just see. So I have a benchmark. 7 chaos. So this bow is break even at least. 270, you get 14 chaos. This bow is pretty bad. Like this is when you would lose money. But you can still get like a 200 out of it maybe. 3 chaos. Alright. We get the idea. So I'm only going to check the price if it's a... if it's looking good. Like this looks... It has no flat fizz. Okay. So, it looked good for a second, but... that well, I'll get to the next step and I'll show you what happens to those bows. Plus 2 proj. Okay. This bow has potential. 300. So not even counting the runes. If we put in the runes, it'd be like a 340, but it's at least 2 divines. Let's say it's a 320 base, 3 divines. Oh, instant buyout, sorry. Yeah, 3 divines, 330. Okay, there's just the proof of concepts. Now let me finish these bows out. Okay, the ones we came for. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. I don't see anything that makes my eyes pop open in excitement. Nothing too great. Okay. So we're just getting absolutely shafted right now. It's okay, it happens sometimes. So I think all those bows up at the top were duds. But it's okay. Now we go to the last step, which is if, let's say, 300 or 60 chaos is a lot for you. Let's do 300. What was it again? 30 chaos. 330 was like 60, right? 60 chaos. If this is a lot to you, you can keep this, quality it up, put the runes in, and put it for sale. I don't really like doing that. I like getting the Essence of the Abyss. Let me turn in.
Right away.
Let me turn in another Divine real quick. I get the Essence of the Abyss. and I do all of them. So what I have, 18 bows. The reason you use the essence and you don't guarantee the desecration is it increases the tiers by a lot. It's not a small margin, it's by a lot. And there's not like anything specific we have to keep. So for example, let's say this one. If we hit the cold damage, this bow could be sell for a crazy amount. What did we hit? Oh my god, we hit the cold damage on video. Am I right? Okay, this is an amazing example. So I'm going to go through the rest real quick. But there we hit a prefix and we kept the other two ones we wanted to keep. So we get to roll twice. Let me buy 18 jaws. Jaw. 18. Get two more.
Let's see if there are
Okay.
any takers.
This is to desecrate them. And then let's see the ones where we need a reroll. This one obviously needs a reroll. This one is... I'm not going to buy a reroll for that. If it's a suffix, unless it's like super good prefixes, I normally don't buy a reroll. So, no. No. What's this? No. Okay. No. Alright. This has accuracy. This has hybrid and attack speed. I might buy a reroll for that. So far we need two. The reason I might buy it is because it has hybrid. If you get flat fizz or... Oh, wait, no. No, I have a suffix. I'm sorry. I'm going crazy. Okay, prefix. Hybrid with attack speed. Okay, that's two rerollers I'll buy. This one I'll definitely buy a reroll for. Because look at that. We have two flat damages. If you get like high lightning here, this could be a pretty decent bow. And it's got +2 in attack speed. So I'll buy a reroll for that. This bow, no. This here, again, I'll buy a reroll for this. Because if we get a high tier hybrid, this could actually turn into a pretty good bow. So let me just take out the ones I'm going to buy a reroll for. This, no, not really. This one I'll buy a reroll for because it has the attack speed, it has flat fizz, or it has the fizz percentage. If it gets flat fizz, it'll be pretty good. Let me put these away real quick. So I know which ones I'm going to get rerolls for. This one, no. Basically, if it rerolls, this one 100%. If it gets a prefix on the essence, I will normally buy a reroll for it. This, sure. This, yes. And this one, no. Okay, so the rest of these, I'm just going to go... I'm not even going to open them for now. Like, you can probably sell these. You might get something decent and it'll redeem it, but I don't really care enough. I just want to show the good bows in this video. So, let me go buy the reroller. I'll get to the well, and then I'll show you guys. Alright, so I got the rerollers, or the Abyssal Echoes. That's what I just call them, rerollers. And I managed to backpack all the bows together. I got 6 in the inventory and 2 on. So, let's start out. There is an exploit, or maybe it's probably not intended, where you can avoid using the reroller. I'm not going to show you how to do that, but I'll just let you know. If you look, you can probably save yourself the 18 chaos or exalts or whatever it is, but I'm not going to do that. So let's see. On this bow, we want high flat or high percentage or anything. Let's see. We got a high flat. Like, you could reroll this, but honestly, I'll just probably take it. Let's see. I'll take it, and then I'll see what how much this will be valued at, and I'll base if I reroll the other ones on this. Okay, so perfect. Here we have a 400 DPS additional arrow bow, and it sells for non-instant buyout 6 divines. There you go. Perfect. I spent in total on this, if you do the math, for all the bows together, I don't know what it was, but it was let's say just 10 divines, call it even. This is already 6, and I haven't opened any of the rest of the bows. So let's go to the next one. Here we have hybrid and attack speed. So we want flat or high percentage. Okay. We got 160 lightning. What's the DPS right now? This is probably... Okay, let's see if it sells this time. This is probably not gonna be good enough, so I'm gonna reroll, but normally you would take that. Okay, so this one we messed up. If you don't get hybrid... One second, I'm just gonna make a sale real quick. If you don't make high Fizz DPS, you will not be able to sell it, and like that lightning tier would have only brought the percentage DPS up to like the 250s to the 300s. So I probably actually should have taken that lightning now that I'm looking at it. Okay, it's okay. I'm learning as I go also. But yeah, that lightning probably would have put it at 300, and then let's say it was at 300, it would have been like 30k chaos. So messed up there, but it's all right. Next bow. We got nothing good. So this can happen. So that's why you use a reroller. And we got nothing good again. Wow. So sometimes that happens. Unlucky. This bow is a failure. Next bow. What do we need? What would I rather have? I can get... Let's make this a tri-elemental bow. This is a 300 DPS bow. If we put in runes... 340, let's say. LE DPS. Bow attacks, fire an additional arrow. +2 proj. Non-instant buyout. Another 5 div. So between these two bows... And granted, I did not get lucky at all. None of these are like super high fizz bows like the ones I showed in the beginning. They're not some crazy, oh my god, I hit a GG bow. These are just regular bows with high DPS. And they're already selling for at least break even, most likely, if not a profit. There should be like 11 divines. 9 if we're quick selling them, 1 divine cheaper each. Here, we're looking for percentage fizz. I'm actually really hoping this hits. Okay, it did. We got percentage fizz. So, look at this bow. Oh, this is way lower than I... Oh, the flat fizz is super low. Okay. If the flat fizz wasn't super low, this would have been better, but even still, it is a 2 divine bow. We put this up to 320, and it's looking like a 3 divine bow. That's another 3 divines. Here we are hoping for just any damage, I guess. I don't even know why am I doing this? Whatever. Alright, we'll take the lightning, sure. That brings us to a 250. I'm not necessarily sure why I even did this bow, but okay. Did I make some mistake? Either way. Next is this bow. This is a really good bow. We are hoping for a high percentage. So let's see if we hit this. Ooh. I could take the lightning right now, but I'm gonna go for the percentage. Okay, we didn't get it. If we got fizz percentage there, that would have been huge. Either way, this is going to be a 300 DPS bow. So, fire an additional arrow +2 proj. It's 2 divines. Not too bad. I don't know what he's saying. Bug. Okay, it was a bug. I don't think he wants the bow. And then last one. What do we want here? Just flat fizz, I guess. Okay, we rolled the flat fizz. Firm. And here is another bow. Attacks, fire additional arrows. I don't think people count the wed. Yeah, I'm just not going to count the wed. Let's do like a 340. So this is another, let's say, 3 divines. So on these 18 bows, I'm gonna just do some quick napkin math in my head. We spent 5. Let's just bring out the calculator. We spent 5 chaos, which is 10x each. So 10x each for the bows. It's 180x for the bases. Then the alts and the augs is 5 each. So 5 times 18 is what? 90 plus 90. Then what else did we spend? We spent on essences. The essences, the haste essences were 3x each, and the fizz ones were 9x. So we spent 54 on the fizz essences and 24 on the haste essences. Then we spent on the abyssal essence, those are 1 each, so plus 18. We spent 3 exalts on each bow to get them up to 6 mods. So that is 3 times 18, which is, what is that? 44? Am I not doing math right now? Sorry, 54. I just can't do math for a second. Plus 54. Oh my god. Okay, let's just say we were at 500. I'm not going back. Minus 72. We were probably around 500. Beyond that, we spent on the bones another 54 plus 54 on the bones. And then to do the rerollers, we had what, 8 rerollers. Each one of those is 20 each. So plus 160 plus 160. So we're at roughly 720x, which at current divine prices is currency exchange x to divines. You are paying 98 per, or you're selling at 97. So let's just divide this by 97. 7.3 divines I spent. I spent 7.3 divines. Did not get super lucky like I did on these bows or the other ones. And in 18 bows, I got, what was it? This one was, I'm not going to make you see it all again. You saw that I got like 11 to 12 divines of conservative bow sales. If I list them all for 1D under and I just put them in the asynchronous shop, they'll sell eventually, and I profited. And I did not get lucky at all. So if you do get lucky, you will be making much more money. And over a long run, of course, you will get lucky eventually. If in the first season you ever did wand crafting, the +5 wand crafting or anything like that, this is very similar. It's just consistent money, and you just got to sit in your hideout and have enough currency to keep these on rotation. And with this new shop system, it's much easier to buy all the resources and to list everything and have it sell while you're even playing the game if you want to. You can crank out a bunch of these, list them all up, and then sell them. That's about it for the video. That is how I crafted this bow that I plan to whittle. That's how I crafted this bow that I'm currently using. And that's how I made a bunch of extra currency. Oh, and we have these bows sitting here. So there's your proof of concept on how to make a lot of money profit crafting bows for lightning arrows or any type of fizz bows. Real quick, just want to show, it's actually only been a couple minutes after. I don't know where my clock is. It's supposed to be on the game. But a 3 div 1 sold, a 2 div 1 sold. So already 5 divines have been made back from these bows. And I also unveiled 2 of them. I didn't even notice that they had prefixes when they were desecrated. And they both unveiled into flat damage. So this one, which I thought was worth nothing, is now actually worth at least a couple chaos. And then this one, which I also thought was worth nothing, is, oh, we're almost at 300, is worth, oh, also a couple chaos. So even more money made back. Besides that, I just wanted to say, below I will link my stream VOD, and I will put the timestamps to where I crafted the 2 bows that I have on screen here, this one and the other ones that are the expensive ones, so you can see how it naturally happened. Besides that, if you guys are willing to stop by to either the YouTube stream or the Twitch stream, I'm streaming a pretty decent amount. I already have, it looks like 33 hours played since POE League start, and I plan to do that for a couple more days. So, besides that, enjoy the crafting. I hope you make plenty of money. Here's a 4 chaos bow, and have fun playing POE 2.